Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Steve. Today I have a very painful headache. But like I said, no days off. My dumb self. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to the topic of the video. But my dumb self. Last night I was chilling, and this video popped up in my recommended. I don't know why. And I'm watching, something on my phone. It pitch black. It's like 10:30. I'm just chilling in my room. It's pitch black. I don't have the TV, nothing on. And the title, don't watch this. I'm telling y'all, don't watch this. The title of it was like, "This sound will hurt you." Like, really, that's the exact title of the video, I'm pretty sure. And my dumbass actually watched the video because I thought it was like clickbait or something. So I watched it. And the first 2 seconds, as soon as that sound came on, my body just like, it was, and I didn't even have headphones, so I can't imagine having headphones. And people were in the comments saying, "Oh yeah, it made me messed up too." And that was last night, and today I have a headache today, so I wouldn't recommend watching it if that pops up in your recommended. I don't know why it popped up in my recommended, but I feel like crap on Valentine's Day, but that's besides the point. And the story time is not going to be today because I want to have energy when I do the story time to make sure the video's funny, so I'm going to stay tuned until hopefully tomorrow my headache goes away. But last night, the Oklahoma City Thunder lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was a pretty good game. There were times where I was like, okay, Melo's cooking LeBron, and then there were times where LeBron was stopping Melo, like when Melo got real low, put his head to and the ball to the ground when he was facing up, and he spun, and then LeBron, he stripped him while he was going up, and then et cetera, et cetera. I'm sorry for sounding boring. I'm just, again, I feel like crap, but no days off. So anyway, this is going to be the psychology of LeBron James. People are surprised on why the Cavaliers are doing so good. Here's the thing that people don't understand about LeBron James. And I understand this because I've been watching him since I was like 8, 9 years old. And I'm 20 years old now. So pretty much since he came into the NBA. Now, I'll sit here and tell you this right now. LeBron James is the greatest player in NBA history. But he's the second best player when he plays with superstars. And the reason why I say that is, in NBA history, he's the second best player in NBA history when he plays with superstars. Now, the reason why I say that is because when LeBron plays by himself, LeBron is a very mental guy. People think he's so physical and all this other stuff, but he's so mental. You notice when you touch him, he screams and he cries. Foul. LeBron is a very mental guy. He's not as physical as people think. Now, he's an absolute monster, but he's not as physical as people think. And LeBron, here, you mess him up here, you're going to win the game. That's game over. If he's not in it, game over. So when LeBron is playing by himself and he has role players, no star players, no all-stars. Notice Kevin Love isn't playing right now, so this is why LeBron is averaging a triple-double over the last 4 games. When he's playing with just a bunch of regular role players that will probably not be in the league in 5 to 10 years from now, which is fine. They'll make their money and they'll be set for life if they manage it well. But LeBron sits back and he's like, okay, I really have to dominate from the start. I have to take control of everything. I have to be the alpha. But when you have someone along the lines of Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, Isaiah, Kevin Love, even though they're out of their prime, even though they, D Wade's out of his prime, Derrick Rose out of his prime as well. But even with that, and Kevin Love was an alpha in Minnesota and he had to come over and Kevin Love took that back seat. But when you're talking about alphas like IT, who his ego was high as hell, and D Wade, who took a step back but still he's D Wade, and Derrick Rose is still Derrick Rose, you have all of these alphas, and LeBron is like, okay, when do I be the alpha and when do you be the alpha? And LeBron said this himself, his first stint in Miami, he didn't know when to, defer to Chris Bosh or when to defer to Dwayne Wade. And it took Dwayne Wade telling LeBron, look, LeBron, we all know I won a championship without you. I'm one of the greatest players of all time. But in order for us to win, we need you to be the alpha. And then that's why they won in 2012. And then 2013, when they went on that 27-game win streak, and one of the greatest seasons ever. We had LeBron, KD, Carmelo, Kobe, all putting up like 27. That was, like, my opinion, my favorite season in NBA history. It's up there with 2008, 2009. I really like that season as well. But that's the psychology of LeBron James. And it's proven through just look at it historically. Just look at history, and it's proven. LeBron James, his first stint in Cleveland, alpha male. 2008, 2009, they go 66 and 16. 2009, 2010, they go 61 and 21. And when Shaq came in 09-10, and they also had Anton Jameson come that year, who was, again, Anton Jameson used to be an all-star player. He's a pretty solid player. But then injuries, and I think it was his back or knee or something, leg. Something. It was either his back or his leg. And he missed like half the season, then he came back. And Shaq said, I'm here for one reason, to bring the king a ring. That's it. It's as simple as that, you know? And, you know, so LeBron was like, okay, I'm the alpha. Now, unfortunately, he lost to Boston and Orlando, and, you know, well, Orlando first in 09. Actually, Boston first in 08, but I'm not counting that season because I think they went 45 and 37 that year, or 52 and 30. Can't remember. But in 08, 09, and 09, 10, and again, I'm so sorry for sounding so boring. If you're new, I'm usually not like this. I just, again, my head is killing me right now. And I'm even having trouble, like, keeping my train of thought. But that's besides the point. So, LeBron in 08, 09, 09, 10, alpha, 66 and 16, first MVP, second MVP, 61 and 21, and 21 in 2009-10. Goes to Miami. He's playing with two other alpha males. Chris Bosh coming off a 24-point per game, 10 rebound per game season. Dwayne Wade coming off a 30-point per game season. Dwayne Wade, a Finals MVP, NBA champion. You know, so it's like LeBron was like, oh, you know, when do I defer to them? You know, because LeBron, as much as he likes to say and try to be, he's not a dominant in terms of mental. He's not like Kobe or MJ. So when Skip and Stephen A say things like that, I understand where they're coming from, but that's not the only factor that you should look at in terms of determining all-around greatness. But then again, that's for a separate video. I already said LeBron is the greatest of all time. But yeah, so LeBron, when he's by himself, he has that alpha male mentality. When he's not by himself, he's the beta. When he's with, you know, players that are actually of his caliber. I'm not talking about Kyrie and Kevin Love, because if you notice, he won a championship with them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real all-time great players like Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and, you know, that's where you judge things. And it's like, LeBron is just naturally not an alpha male. And in terms of basketball, I'm not talking about in terms of being a man and all. I'm not getting personal. I'm talking about strictly basketball. Sports analysts should never get personal. But LeBron, in terms of basketball, is just not an alpha. So now he's clearly the best player in the world. And now that he's Jordan Clarkson, great player. George Hill, great player. But again, these are role players. He has Kevin Love, who's an all-star, but K-Love, he knows, like, LeBron is LeBron, and I'm Kevin Love, so LeBron's 1 and I'm 2. So now LeBron's like, okay, and they've played, this is their 4th year together. So LeBron is like, okay, now I have to be the alpha. So now he's forced to be something that he's not, but that makes him a better player because now mentally he's always in the game. I said this before about LeBron. When he plays with superstar players, he gets so passive. He gets so passive, and it pisses me off. It pisses me off because it's like, if this man backed people down in the paint all the time, and if he was aggressive, like in 2012 Game 5 against the Celtics, and, you know, the entirety of the 08-09 season and the 2009-2010 season, oh my gosh, you know, he would just dominate, you know. And I even see this in the finals, like 2016, the first few games, he was passive. And then when he started to really, like, oh my gosh, my legacy is on the line, he was like dominant, like unstoppable, you know. And they came back from a 3-1 deficit and won against a 73-19 with the first unanimous MVP, who also is one of the greatest players of all time. So this is the best thing to happen to LeBron James at this point in time in his career. This is going to help him. Does it mean they're going to win the finals? Who knows? Me personally, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder winning, but if you've been a fan of this channel for a long time, you understand the only reason why I want OKC to win is because I'm a Carmelo Anthony fan, and I want my main man, Carmelo Anthony, to get his first NBA championship to solidify him in the top 25 players of all time, up there with his boys, Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. This has been your man, Steve. Boy, oh boy. I'm out, man. Peace. Oh, wait. Before this video ends, I forgot to say this. before this video ends, the song is most likely coming out on Saturday. Not most likely, it is coming out on Saturday, so stay tuned for that. I'm very excited to bring that to you guys. And Hey man, Steve, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. That was a good game last night. Anyway, man, I'm talking too much. I'm out. Peace.